actually, Jaspal sir, he just changed the patterns, like how I used to work before. I just used to work like a gada. So I just used to work like that, kachar. But then now he changed my patterns from kachar to goda.
Achha.
So
this is very Jaspal sir the way he speaks.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the difference. And I did not do anything other than that. I have been training also. I've been training like a lot. It's not like कि मैंने तो training ही छोड़ दिया या फिर कुछ और करना शुरू कर दिया. No, it's like he encourages me to try different things also. Like when I asked him that, you know, I'm thinking to start violin classes and all, since my brother gifted it to me, and my mom was like, okay, this is the tutor if you want to learn. So I asked him, and he was like, yeah, definitely you should, but in a limit. It can't be like every single day you're doing this for hours. So you should do it, but in a certain limit. So he encourages me for different things also, different sports, different activities also, which is a good thing. For as long as like it doesn't involve my hand, my arm and everything, like it can't do injuries or anything to a person. Previously, I was having so many malfunctions also in the pistol, so many issues also in the pistol. So now it'll be 1 year, and it's like usually like in 7-8 months he cleans the pistols and everything, because he's a more like knowledgeable person in that than me, obviously. So he checks everything, all the parts and everything, and then spares also if we have enough or not, and then every single thing he just takes care that shooting should be like, you know, I should have everything that I need for shooting and even more. So it just can't be like, okay, I have two spare pistols or 2 grips. No, you should have 3-4 grips in order to, like, sometimes if you want to change something in it, so you can experiment with the others, not the main ones or what. So stuff like that. Now I don't have any issues. He just tells me what to do and do. And
when was the last time you had a malfunction? Was it the Olympics or was it any time after that?
No, I was having issues in the first and second trial in Bhopal 2023.
Okay.
So I had that issue in Bhopal.
And you were always wondering, what am I doing wrong or something?
I was like, what is going on? I don't understand. Like, the pistol is fine, the ammunition is new, the magazines are also new. So I was like clueless. I was like, what is going on? Everything I had changed the bolt, I had changed everything. But how much time do we get? Honestly, you see us on the range whole day, entire day, and then we for me, I'm not a social media person. I just don't like to use social media and all, although I am on the platforms.
Who forces you to be on it?
No, it's not like
no,
it's not a force or anything. Sometimes when I feel like, okay, let's, you know, how about I do this like funny thing on social media or whatever. So that, but I'm not like a social media person. I won't be like, you know, very active or something like that. So earlier also friend circle and all was like very limited, 2-3 people at most. उनसे भी I think महीने में 2 बार मिल लिए तो मिल लिए, otherwise just phone पे कभी बात हो गई तो हो गई, वरना नहीं. So it's same like now also 2-3 people, उनसे भी कभी फ़ोन पे बात हो गई तो हो गई, मिल लिए तो महीने में 1-2 बार मिल लिए तो मिल लिए. So I have this small छोटा सा regret that, you know, I've traveled so much. Even like when I was in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, all these years I have traveled so much, but I never really stepped outside of my room unless the coaches forced us to, unless the coaches were, you have to go there. I didn't do it, and I was like, how many countries have you been to? So many. And how many places did you go in those countries? None.
Yeah.
So because by the time the matches were over, I was so tired. I was like, I really need rest. Which is why I was like, please just don't ask me to go anywhere. I just want to sleep.
You have been absolutely. You can be very calm at one point in time, but when you the things when you don't like something, then you can absolutely get really freaked out. You really can. That can happen as well.
No, I think now I don't freak out.
Now at least.
Now I don't freak out. It's like even before a match, like yesterday before a match, they were like, you can't keep your monitor like that, you can't keep your bottle like that, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, fine, I'll just keep it there.
Achha.
So day before, I think last match also, in between of the match, they were like, you can't do this, you can't do that. I was like, fine bro, I'll change it. So I just don't react to things. I just try to not react to anything, and I'd be like, okay, just whatever they say, just listen and do it. Just not don't engage yourself in it. But I do get angry, but it's not like I just try to handle myself better.
Who faces the anger when Manu gets angry?
Myself. I sometimes I just punch things, throw things, break things, but not very often. It's like once in a year or something.
Achha, like a spectacular thing it will be then.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the last thing you've actually broken?
Why?
Why? like cricket on the throw stuff
I
and
punched the wall.
Achha.
Yeah, so I had this injury, but
Oh, wow.
now
like this is before.
So now also the knuckle, you can see it's red.
Like you should have
It's been
boxing.
a month. No, it's been more. It's been 1.5 months, but the ligaments still, they need time to heal.
Wouldn't that have made Jaspal sir more angry, because that will get you?
I didn't tell him for many days, and then he was like, what is up? What is going on? You need to tell me. I was like, so I have this pain in my elbow, I have this pain in my wrist, and what did you do? So he's like, no, tell me what you did. So I just little.
Like, what pissed you off that much?
It was just not a good day.
Okay, training wise.
Training wise, it was just not a good day, and I was just really, so many things had piled up, and I was like, just can't take it, just can't take it, just can't take it, just can't take it. So I just didn't do it intentionally. It just happens sometimes.
Correct. I think if you're very intense on what you're doing, then it genuinely comes out. If you're not, you don't really care about what you're doing, you won't do anything like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you enjoy your mom coming with you for competitions?
Yes, I really like her being with me in the competitions and all. Although for internationals we are not really allowed to have parents, and it's been like this since a long time, so I'm used to that. That internationals may only the coaches and the teammates will be there, but whenever I can, I just always have. You'll always see my mom with me. Any competition, nationals, KSS हो गया, कुछ भी domestic matches, you'll always see her. She disciplines me also. समय से सोना, समय से उठना, समय से खाना खाना, and everything, exercise करना, सब कुछ physio लेकर, सब कुछ icing के लिए वो बर्फ वगैरह सब कुछ करना.
Correct. Principal.
Yeah, she was a principal.
Correct.
So I am very Indian by heart.
Indian. Okay.
I'm very Indian, and I am really proud of the culture that we've had, and we still the legacy is many people read गीता वगैरह के पार्ट भी, और बहुत सारे ऐसे spiritual books जो भी हैं, holy books जो भी हैं, and these books can be really helpful for people, not just for. Why should all of this be read by people who are really like elder,
okay.
Elder people? Why should be people like, okay, मैं 40 की हो गई हूँ, 40 का हो गया हूँ, अब मैं पढ़ता हूँ ये सब? Why teach your children also that such good lessons in that. So I like my mom usually हर 3-4 दिन में कुछ तो गीता के 2-3 phrases बताती है, and ऐसे ही है कि मतलब.
Which is your favorite phrase? I mean, it's a brilliant.
मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा देखो अच्छा ये लगता है when कृष्णा टेल्स अर्जुन की युद्ध भूमि में मतलब कभी भी उत्तेजित नहीं होते हैं, कर्म के समय कभी भी उत्तेजित नहीं हुआ करते हैं. मतलब आप कभी भी कोई भी काम कर रहे हो उस समय आप ओवरवेल्म्ड या फिर एक्साइटेड नहीं होना चाहिए, आपको शांति से वो काम करना चाहिए. आफ्टर दैट यू कैन बी एक्साइटेड ओवर योर व्हाटएवर यू वांट. सो दिस इज द वन थिंग दैट आई एम ऑलवेज लाइक, यू शुड नेवर बी ओवरवेल्म्ड और उत्तेजित, एक्साइटेड. और you take me to the mall, I can always shop.
Acha. So that's what you're doing right now, isn't you're going?
He took me to the mall day before yesterday, and I had मुझे कुछ चाहिए नहीं, मुझे कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए था, मुझे कुछ भी नहीं खरीदना था, and I was like मुझे कुछ चाहिए ही नहीं. But I still bought a dress. I don't even get time to wear dresses, but I was still like, this looks good.
Like, is it because, I mean, like you did well, so sir took you, or like?
No, he took me just like because see, हमारा finals बहुत जल्दी खत्म हो गया था, so instead of laying on my bed for the entire day, he was like, why should you be in your room पूरा दिन? You should go out also. You can't be like पूरा दिन bed में, मतलब सुबह उठ के आ गए और मैच जल्दी खत्म होते ही वापस आके बिस्तर में. Shouldn't be like that. You should just go out also. Because in games like Olympic games and wherever we have villages and all, you'd always have this this kind of area where you'd be like, okay, you can't avoid interacting with people. So I think he's better.
Oh, okay. So basically getting you used to like going with crowds, all of those things.
I think so. Just enjoy being with myself. मुझे टीवी अभी चला था, मैं तो मस्त अपने 3-4 घंटे बैठी. But it's like I really like to sketch. I enjoy playing violin also. I read books also. Many things.
Last one, which you read?
You sent it.
The autobiography.
Yes.
Anything you
very good book. I really like. I don't know if like how much is the truth and if there are some lies or not in it. I'm not sure, but according to the book, I really enjoyed how blunt he was with everything. He talked about everything with in such a elaborate manner that we can also relate to it. I have nothing to do with athletics. But still, I'm like, okay, I also feel like this when I'm going for a match or before a match or into a match or after the match has
Can you give me an example of any of this? This is very fascinating. Can you give me an example of any of some of these things?
So he mentioned about his first Olympic experience. Also, how he was not immature. I mean, like he was a young boy, and then lots of expectations also. But he did not know Olympics was big. Even in his second Olympics, he did not know it was so big. And then when he won, he was so determined that he'll make a record and all. And he's always been so passionate about being the fastest and making records or breaking records. So before the matches, he talks about his injury phase, which obviously every athlete can relate. Every professional athlete can relate to it. His workout sessions can be so intense, morning, evening, everything that he does for his sport. We can relate to it because since we also give our best in the firing lane, no matter it's a match day or a training day. So we try to give everything, even like every ounce of energy that's left in us. We try to नहीं उल्टी हमें उल्टी नहीं आती है, उसको हाँ उसने बहुत उल्टी की है बुक में ऐसा लिखा है. बट नहीं हमको हमारा फिजिकल बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं होता है, हमारा मेंटल बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेसिंग होता है, उनका फिजिकल बहुत ज़्यादा.
Give an example of mental, how stressful it is to at the end of your training session, how stressed. I mean, not stressed, but how much does it take out of it?
After training, sometimes it's like I have phone in my hand and I'd be looking for my phone. Where is the phone? So after training, sometimes it gets really, really tiring, and sometimes it'll be like, okay, मैं चली गई हूँ pack करके, and I just left my one time. Okay, just this happened only one time though, but one time I left my pistol only on the lane.
And went off.
In the range, and then I called sir and I was like, did you take the pistols with you? And he was like, no. And then he was like, did you leave the pistols on the range only? But the guard had collected it, so I just went back and I was like, how would I forget my pistol?
That's a pretty big no-no, right? Like you can do a lot of things, but you can't leave your...
Yeah, obviously. You can't forget your equipment. You can't be like, okay, I forgot my pistol. That's like very... I regret that I was not brave in the last Olympics. I was just really afraid of many things, and I was just very conclusive. I was like, okay, I was just jumping onto the conclusions, the results, and what will happen, what will not happen, and everything everyone is expecting and all. Although this factor will always be there, I can't escape from this factor that people's expectations and everything. This is always going to be there, but I was just not being brave in that.
Brave in competition.
In competition.
how do you become brave now? As in, like, is it just like something that will happen as you get older? You just you accept things like, okay, I'm not going to be.
No, it's not like you're not going to win all the competitions. And for me, it's like I'm aware of this fact now. Earlier, I used to think I'll win everything. But now I'm very well aware that many competitions I lose, and some competitions only I'll be able to win. But regardless of this fact, I have to have the trying spirit. I have to try at least. I can't be like, क्योंकि ठीक है पिछला मैच जीत लिया, अब नहीं हो रहा, अब give up कर देती हूँ. I can't be like that. No, I'll have to at least have the trying spirit. I'll be like, okay, at least just try. All the energy you have, just spend on this. You can rest later.